What's up? It's Hannibal Buress, Eshu Tune, met Amoeba. This is what's in my bags.
Hit the 1-3 pocket and I'm cold with it. Go bizzle, slow approach with the dope rhythm. Follow through smooth, got the meditative flow system. And I know soon as the roll hit the wood, rotate slow, contact with the pins, make them get low.
I got a lot of stuff. I have more stuff than I planned. Yeah, we'll get into the first couple things. And so I saw this New Orleans Mambo, Cuba to New Orleans. Pancho Sanchez had a track, Dr. John, the Iguanas, Neville Brothers. I spent a lot of time in New Orleans, 2013 to 2017. We threw a bachelor party for my cousin, and I put it together, and somebody let me know that you can get a second line.
Second line is a band, mostly brass instruments. You can hire them to follow you through the streets. So basically in New Orleans, for $300, you can have your own parade on a day's notice.
So to see a New Orleans section was really cool. That's what's special about the store, is being able to find stuff based on what I've been consuming or thinking about recently. What do we got here? The Warriors. One of those movies that I know. I actually had the Warriors video game, and I know Warrior.
Warriors, come to play.
But I never seen a movie. And so I saw Warriors. I said, let me get Warriors. Yeah, I'm excited to check this out. If I do watch it with, do I need the dialogue? Now I put on stuff and just have it on in the studio and with closed caption. And if there's a wild line of dialogue that catch my eye, I'll be like, okay, let me unmute it to see what the fuck going on in there.
Can you dig it?
But I'll probably watch this. I want to see this. This is a classic. It's been talked about. I played the video games. I'm familiar. I know the sound bites. I got the Black Klansman book.
All of this began in October 1978. As an intelligence unit detective for the Colorado Springs Police Department, the first black detective in the history of the department.
That's one where I enjoyed the movie. So it'd be nice to read through it and then watch the movie again.
The undercover phone line rang. I picked it up and a voice said, "My name is Ken Odell. I'm the local organizer of the KKK. Oh hell, where do I go from here, I thought.
It seemed like it could get knocked out on the flight. It's only 188 pages, so shout out to Ron Stallworth for getting to the point, my guy. I don't know what this is. It just looked interesting. Jajouka, and then I think it's in French. I don't know what this is. It just caught my eye with mystery and interesting word. Something Good Comes to You, a film by Eric and Marc Hurtado with the master musicians of Jajouka led by Bachir Attar. Sometimes I just grab stuff based on design and a word, and it looked interesting to me, and I made the decision. There it is. All right, this bag is all books. This is one of the later ones I got. Is this Resist Phony Encores. So I just like that title, and then I started looking through it, and then who's the Gruff Rhys? I'm not familiar with him, but the style of this book, it's like some of the words are like way bigger. It's a lot visual, and I admire ways that artists and writers use to take up more space. But it works though. Stylistically it works, and also it just gives the book more heft. Low-key source. I just liked how this looked. Just like the design, it looks calming. You kind of can get what it feels like. I know what it is. I noticed a couple artists on here tall black guy, got a couple tracks. Stro Elliott, just gonna be chiller beats, like smooth shit. It'd be weird if it wasn't, like, and they had this type of design and it was just like. So yeah, that's that. So another, like the art on, it was cool seeing art on stuff. I don't know who Less Than Jake is. But I was wondering what these were. I was like looking at that, I was like, what is these? What are 8 of these? Is that Dynamite? I don't know. I was like, okay, that pulled me in. Then I went to this, I went to the back of it. They had different art on here for each song. But it's just a simple, oh, what if we just had more art on here for each thing? And they did that. Graphic design from 1890 to today. Yeah, I like books like this to just show old flyers, and the plastic helped sell it. Because if it didn't have the plastic, I might have just flipped through it. And like, okay, cool. But now it's just like, and so I'm excited to look through this, share this with folks that come through, apply it to something, and reintroduce, like sampling a little bit. You can sample and flip it, and you could use the Russian propaganda font for your own. I grabbed Creative Quest, Questlove's book.
Don't be too set in your own ways. Be suggestible from time to time. Being creative in whatever form is proof that we can leave an imprint on our surroundings.
I listened to the audiobook of this when I was flying overseas a few years ago. It's well made, it's well designed, like it's a lot of detail to it. So to see the physical, I'm like, oh, let me get the physical. And again, maybe listen to it while I have the physical, let it absorb differently. These are definitely inspiration. Yeah, so excited for that. I got the Kinshasa Symphony. I just like the premise. "200 orchestral musicians are playing Beethoven's Ninth. Power cut strikes just a few bars before the last movement. Problems like this are the least of the worries facing the only symphony orchestra in Congo."
Avec ce travail de musique, il n'y a pas de limite.
Seemed like a dope story. It was one of those random things that you're like, oh yeah, I get that. Oh, that sounds interesting. Let's do it. I had Stereolab, Emperor Tomato Ketchup.
Emperor Tomato Ketchup. That is the title of the next artist's LP.
I started listening to them a few years ago. Cause it was a Busta Rhymes song, Show Me What You Got, produced by Dilla, that I didn't realize was sampled by Stereolab.
Yeah, it's another one of the marvelous shits.
I saw them live 2019, they played. This show it was a great show. And I was in the proper mind state for the show too. Sometimes you go to a show, you say, I wish I was a little different. They used a track on Atlanta, a Stereolab track, where Paperboy was tripping and walking around in Amsterdam. When I was in New York, I was listening to Blau Milch and I was on shrooms walking around, and I was like, yo, this shit does hit when you're just walking around. Especially in a place like New York where it's cars, people moving fast. It was a dope experience to do that. Parliament, the clones of Funkenstein.
Kiss me on my ego.
United Maggots of Magotropolis. Anyone wishing to be duplicated, Xerox, multiplied, or divided, or just to be a fan can address the good Dr. Funkenstein. All prescriptions will be filled. Okay. So this shows that you can always, you can step it up if you want to. It could be a simple picture sitting in the field, if that's what you want it to be. Or you can clone yourself, a few different outfits, some test tubes, beakers, and the whole thing going on with it. It's nice. I forgot about these. MF Doom, poster.
Living off borrowed time, the clock ticks faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master.
I was a DOOMbot once at the Flying Lotus show at Adult Swim Fest. Flying Lotus said, hey, you want to act like MF Doom? And so they had a mask for me, and I popped out and fake rapped.
Living on borrowed time, the clock ticks faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Get the fuck out of here.
It was one of those things you don't realize the impact of it till later, because I was just doing it. Oh, this is fun.
I wanted to help out.
And people still hit me up or talk to me about that. Like, man, you were a DOOMbot. That was something he was known for doing at a lot of his shows. I couldn't make the Spider-Man premiere some years back, so I was filming. I just sent somebody in my place to go.
So tell me, what is it like to be part of such an incredibly huge universe like this?
It was a great opportunity.
Look for yourself. Here's the real Hannibal Buress, and here's the imposter.
Have a great time. All right, you guys, that was Hannibal Buress.
You just want to know what it was and how it was. You don't really need to BS stuff all the time. Especially a carpet. It's like, everything is terrible. They do found footage.
Kid power! Kid power! There's dynamite inside of me. Kid power!
And so this is one of the last things I grabbed, and it kind of gave me peace a little bit, because it's like, okay, I'll be able to consume a lot in one piece of media by getting this. That's why I got that. I was like, good compilation. This will help get me out the door. Got the dinner party, Terrace Martin, Robert Glasper, Kamasi, Ninth Wonder, all amazing.
They told me put my hands up behind my head.
Terrace Martin, I had heard a bunch of work, obviously, over the past several years. And then an interview popped up on YouTube. Terrace Martin does really great interview. He's hilarious, super passionate, great storyteller. Look up Terrace Martin interviews, any interview he's done with anybody.
Without the musician community, none of this is shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pop, R&B, nobody. All these records, even with without the musician community, nothing exists. Period.
I saw that Glasper was doing Robtober at the Blue Note. I hit him up and asked if I could do a couple songs. And he said, yeah, come through.
Everything is cattywampus, I'm feeling trouble. Allow me to bloviate, yes, I'm talking double.
I was in such a great mood after doing the show. I step out of there, out of Blue Note, and the Comedy Cellar is directly across the street from the Blue Note. So I was on music high, and I saw the Comedy Club. I said, you know what? I'm about to pop into the Comedy Club, do a set there. I'm on a roll. So within, 15, 20 minutes of being on stage, rapping across the street, I'm on the comedy stage. Crowd gives a nice welcome, and then it stops. And then I realized I don't really have much to say from a comedic standpoint. Like, I haven't been doing it. My brain is not in that mode. Like, it just wasn't, I didn't get booed off or anything. It just was a weird set. But then I realized I should have just taken my applause and said, that felt great. Y'all, good night. And I slept on that. And then that's exactly what I did the next day.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah. But I was at the airport. Had a couple of them. Didn't plan it. Terminal 1 sitting, eating a mass-produced sandwich.
Amoeba.